principal and all the faculty members for encouraging all. It was a very good thing to see all 4 women students coming forward and participating. Of course, that's one of the greatest takeaway from this, that I'm very glad that all these women, girl students have done so well. As far as I want to congratulate all the founders of this institution for making this institution a center of excellence and trying not just trying, but actually expanding its footprints in various parts of the country. Coming to this moot court competitions, it's called a competition, but in our time, probably when I graduated, I never got the opportunity to participate in any moot courts because they were very rare and very few. But it's an excellent way and an excellent method in which all you young students, are at the initial stage itself being trained in how to approach the court, how to address the court, and most of all, the most important thing is to hear your own voice while you're arguing. It is helping you analyze problems. These are all hypothetical problems, but as I see very frequently in various colleges and institutions, that the moot court problems is actually dealing with and very closely relating to the raging issues which are currently prevalent in the country and outside. So it gives you a gateway to actually do research in what is understanding the problem, analyzing the issue, and coming out with your own brainstorming, brainstorming and coming out with your own analysis and your own arguments. So it's an excellent method. Please do participate in it. And it's just not that you are coming here and you're part of the team, but the back-end team researching, understanding the problem, and so on and so forth is also very helpful, and it's a very excellent learning experience. I would encourage all of you actually to come into litigation because I feel entirely personal view. Corporate practice, yes, it's got its own merits, but actually conditioning your mind and conditioning your aspiration in a career for litigation is what law is. It's what legal practice is. So please do encourage and condition yourself. Take assistance of all your faculty members who have excellent credentials here to actually come and join the legal profession in the litigation stream. And because if you want to, if the topic is human rights, so if you see the various judgments of the Supreme Court, the latest from 2020 to 2022, you have the Supreme Court upholding human rights in various number of matters. There is treating sex workers as a legal profession, or in fact dealing with the migrant issues, dealing with COVID related issues, dealing with issues wherein treating unmarried women, including them in the MTP Act, so on and so forth. So if you want to actually, it's just not the courts or the government which is going to keep on trying to protect human rights. It's you as students, it's you as lawyers, budding lawyers and then seasoned lawyers, to actually uphold and help people first understand that this is a right which is a human right, or a right which is your right. If you don't know that it's your right, then you don't know it's been violated. So and leave aside going and fighting for it. So it's up to you students actually to come into litigation and uphold and help people, bring law to its doorsteps and assist them in actually seeking justice. I don't think I have to say anything else with so many luminaries and so many my senior brothers and colleagues here. I take your leave, and once again thank you for inviting me and giving me this opportunity to interact with you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Madam. Now I request to invite upon the dais Honorable Mr. Justice 𝚏𝚒𝚗𝚊𝚜 Sir, Judge, Allahabad High Court, to address the audience. Sir, can we have a huge round of applause for Sir?
Justice Ravi Kumarji, Honorable Judge, Supreme Court of India, Justice Mary Joseph, Sister Justice Mary Joseph, Judge Kerala High Court, Justice Jan, Delhi High Court, Justice Gokhale, Sister Justice, your own High Court, the Vice Chancellor, the Pro-Vice Chancellor, the Principal, Dean Faculty of Law, faculty members, the registrar, the university, and participants coming across the country, across the world. It's because it's an international moot court competition. So, and dear friends, I call you all friends because I'm reminded of days, my university days in fact. And I tell you that I'm very thankful to the organizers. They have given me this opportunity to be part of you. I'm still a student of law. Before you, I'm a judge, but I'm still a student of law. Each day I learn from you, the lawyers, the students, the law interns, they keep coming to my court. And you see, there are different chapters of a student's life. Especially I'm talking of law students. You have a chapter when you are a student of law. Tomorrow you will be working the profession. The third day you get some assignment, or you, after a lawyer, you become a judge. You are a researcher throughout. And when you are a researcher as a student, that is the best chapter of your life. Because the spectrum is very large. Various subjects you research on, right from jurisprudence, international law, criminal law, civil law, revenue law, every subject you study with the core of your heart, and you prepare hard. You become professors also on that basis. And when you walk into the profession, then it becomes discipline-centric. You are a criminal lawyer, you are a civil lawyer, taxation, corporate lawyers become, and then you become a judge. Then it becomes case-centric. Like for myself, I'm a judge, so if I'm sitting in a roster for 2 or 3 months, then my research is confined to the discipline in which I am sitting, the roster in which I am sitting. So I consider that this part of your life has a very wide horizon. And please enjoy it. The way students have performed here. I'm also reminded of my days when I represented Allahabad University. Brother Justice, exposure was outstanding, marvelous. We stayed in a hostel in Delhi. 3 days we stayed in a hostel. In Allahabad, we used to stay in delegacies. There was hardly any question of going to the hostel. We never applied for the hostel. The 3 days in a hostel, students coming from different universities, law colleges, their participation, their preparation, it was so well that we came to know this is how the students really study. And today's performance has been outstanding. There are certain inputs provided by Brother Justice Jan, that's correct. But I take it you are a law student, so you are not experiencing yourself as a lawyer as of now, because you will be thereafter, you will be passing out and then joining the profession. What is very important is that suppose we don't study so much because we are, as just I said, that we are very subject-centric, become case-centric. When this material I received on my mail, it all went off my head. It was international law I studied in my law days. Those who are practicing in Supreme Court and those who are judges in Supreme Court, even Delhi High Court, on Bombay, they may have this flavor and taste, but right at Allahabad, we don't get anything like that of international law. I would like to give you some insight about this. I had penned it down. In fact, I was to land up yesterday. I had planned, but there was no flight. So I'll take just a minute's time with the permission of the chair. If one looks at the landscape of the international law, which though has kept pace with the time by way of structural changes, but one would find that the hot spots mainly have been of the Soviet era. The birth of the Cold War between the Soviet Union and the United States, treaties like NATO and Warsaw Pact came into existence. The flavor in the understanding of international law has chiefly been influenced by experience of Cold War. In my view, with the dissolution of Soviet Union, different permutations and combinations have got developed in international relations. While human rights and a scale to test its violation ought to have changed with time, but they are still seen as of the days when the treaties used to be signed conventionally between states, and international relations were more governed with mutual agreements. How far individuals can be subject of international law had been subject matter of debate prior to Genocide Convention. adopted by United Nations General Assembly in the year 1948, protection of human rights, has been hallmark of international law reforms in recent past, and efforts have been made to put states, constitutionally responsible rulers, public officials under obligation to value human rights, and members of international organizations to ensure its protection. European Convention of 1950 is one such example. But the question is how far an obligation to the bilateral treaty can be matter of raising issue at an international forum, and that too at the instance of a third party. Now, since the problem is over, the moot competition is over, so I need not go into all this. But I may tell you that when ill will, jealousy, religion-based partition are in the genesis of birth of a nation, take it. It will continue with it. Like, for instance, 𝚏𝚗𝚞𝚗𝚘, the country of India now, has to ignore it more and more for development of its economy and its people. Our country has not only come out of the partition trauma, as it had been very difficult to accept two-nation theory on religious lines, but we survived the, onward and moved onward with our basic philosophy and polity where religion hardly matters. We take ourselves first as Indians, and for us, India is first. Whether it is a case of any bilateral treaty or multilateral, our approach to remain non-aligned in our international relations has paid us. In recent Ukraine crisis, we have not suffered that much as the European states. As we have not believed in expansionism, and our forces are only there to defend our borders and to help those who are in distress for any calamity, the world appreciates us. If time demands to serve a national interest, we have changed to follow, and we have the courage to follow the principle 𝚏𝚒𝚗𝚞𝚗𝚍. We have this history, and history tells us always that we have spread peace, non-violence, and harmony. Buddhism, a way of life, we have only spread over. In the last but not the least, my take from here is the exposure to students' community after a long, long time. And the faculty members, the hard-working faculty members who are shaping our future generation to take country forward. Believe me, I would have missed out here these beautiful moments, quite satisfactory as well, had I not accepted to come over here, taking time out of my busy schedule. You may not know, but it is a fact that after you become a judge, you get only Saturdays and Sundays to shape your judgments, awaiting for those who are awaiting justice outside your court. So I am very thankful to the organizers that we have given time. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, I request to invite upon the dais Honorable Miss Justice Mary Joseph Madam, Judge, Kerala High Court, to address the audience. Ma'am.
A very warm good afternoon to one and all. It's time, indeed it has become 1:40, I think, or maybe feeling hungry. So anyway, I must say something. So all dignitaries of and on the dais, it is indeed a matter of great pleasure to be present on the valedictory function of 11th Justice P.N. Bhagwati International Moot Court Competition on Human Rights, organized by Bharati Vidyapeeth, deemed to be University, New Law College, Pune. Occasions like this is an opportunity to interact with the young on whom the future is. In recent years, moot courts have emerged as an indispensable part of legal education. Participation in a moot court competition in which an actual courtroom setting is done will give the students an opportunity to sharpen their skills to have a precise argumentation before court in future. The young law students must imbibe the values such as respect for those who hold contrary views, the willingness to resolve differences through constructive dialogue, and sensitivity to the needs of the poor and disadvantaged sections of society. The law colleges in our country must act as an incubator of these values. The legal education shares its own amount of challenges and is a challenging path to take. Students must also have a thirst for learning, developing the right attitude and humility, and above all, belief in discipline, hard work, and the ability to store the knowledge they learn. An advocate is an integral part for the administration of justice. Legal education, legal profession has to ensure that the rule of law is maintained and preserved. Such study of law following the books are entirely different from the law in action. A lawyer has obligations towards society as well as courts. Our society expects the bar to render professional services in the nature of legal aid, advice, and advocacy in a free and fearless manner so as to bring about peace, prosperity, and development for one and all. The judiciary can discharge its obligations in the administration of justice only with the total commitment and participation of its main component, the bar. It would be safe to conclude that the efficiency of judicial administration largely depends on the competence of the bar. I congratulate all the participants in this competition. We know that in a competition only one team can win, but it doesn't mean that all other teams have not taken part in the competition in its good spirit. All the teams have participated well. With these words, I would like to thank all of you for patiently listening to me, and I would like to convey my best wishes to all the participants and organizers of this competition. With these words, I thank the organizers for inviting me to this function. Once again, thank you all, and I would like to say, I would like to add one word. See, the son of the founder father of this institution is here. He was telling that at the age of 18, he has landed down at Pune with 5 rupees in his pocket, and he has brought the legal institution in such a good manner, and so many have been benefited by that. And I bow before him and also all the faculty who are behind this successful program. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Madam. Now, I would request to invite Honorable Justice C.T. Ravikumar Sir, Judge, Supreme Court of India, to the dais to address our young minds on this felicitous event of the 11th Justice P.N. Bhagwati International Moot Court Competition on Human Rights. Sir, please. Can we have a huge round of applause for Sir?
The prominent on the dais, on the podium and off the podium. I was actually in a soliloquy, whether I should test your patience, because I saw at least some of you looking at your watch not once, twice or thrice. Of course, I know your large intestine may be attacking your small intestine. And therefore, don't look at your teachers. If I have to make a speech for 15 minutes, I want your positive nod. Then I will make a speech. Because it's about 2 o'clock. Whether I can make a speech for 15 minutes. See, I should be thankful to the organizing team. I'm truly grateful that you have given me the pleasure to honor the evolution of human rights in India and its invisible pioneer, late Justice P.N. Bhagwati. I would like to commence the address by wholeheartedly congratulating Bharati Vidyapeeth New College, Pune, on finding the best way to honor a man of that structure, that is by organizing a mooting event for young budding lawyers. Definitely, when I came here and I was actually listening very carefully the arguments, I should be, very frankly, I should say, for a minute I thought that I was in a court. That was the preparation, of course, I know. And thankfully, I may not have to face these persons in court because they are too young. By the time you reach the Supreme Court to practice, definitely I will demit my office. And then, definitely I will begin with the beginning. Why I should say so? First of all, we will have to look into our Constitution of India. Then you know that fighting exploitation is nothing but fighting for human rights. In that view, if you look our Constitution, you can definitely see two articles in Part 3 of the Constitution. Of course, they are Articles 23 and 24. Article 23, it prohibits traffic in human beings and also forced labor. While speaking about it, you know, of course, what would come to your mind is a famous decision. It's Vidyapeeth's case, that is of year 1990 Supreme Court, wherein the Apex Court held traffic in human beings include Devadasis. I know who, you know who are Devadasis. So the court thought that human rights, they are also having that, and that court considered about it and declared that. And then, of course, we used to say that our Constitution is a living document. Definitely, I should say it's a living document because it always made room for catering the solutions for changing social needs. Time and again, I feel indebted to our Constitution makers, the fathers of our Constitution, for being utterly accommodating and not only seeing the bigger picture while being meticulous, but also meticulously keeping doors open for catering the bigger picture of our future. Of course, it is because of our brilliant legal fraternity and the judiciary working together as an institution that we have had some landmark judgment, human rights cases, of course, wherein the entire fraternity came to rescue our various people from various walks of life. Be it in the case of accused persons and sufferers of custodial violence, you know the case of D.K. Basu. The D.K. Basu's case, of course, for students, I know that you know better than me now because you are now learning things. It is a 1997 Supreme Court. And again, establishing the basic structure to ensure the frame of human rights is never put out. We know then the Supreme Court rendered the judgment in Keshavananda Bharati's case. That is again in 1973 Supreme Court, 73 for SEC. Or helping the transgenders in getting their legal rights, recognition. Of course, another decision by the Supreme Court, that is NALSA versus Union of India, that is in 2014, 5 ACC 430. And in securing the livelihood of payment dwellers, again Supreme Court rendered a judgment in Olga Terry's case, that is in 1985 3 SEC 547. Or securing the human rights of, amongst others, other allied rights for working women in Visakha judgment, amongst other cases. And again, one thing, in clinical trials of new drugs at times, certain helpless persons and mostly the illiterates were being transmuted to the status of guinea pigs. You know, because unknowingly it was tested on them. In that case, one pill, it was again filed before the Supreme Court. And then it is called, I know that maybe you may be knowing that it is Sostya Adhikari Manch case, where Justice Lohte and Justice Gokhale rendered a judgment. And ultimately that led to the legislation, that is New Drugs and Clinical Trials Rules 2019. In recent times also, there have been more of these examples, like the celebrated judgments in the matters of Joseph Shine, 2019, 3 SEC 39, and of course Shabanu Begum, that is in 1985. Why I say about all these things? Wherever the society is afflicted, and the matter is brought to the notice of the Supreme Court was never hesitant to address the issue, because we know we are all to protect the human beings. As an institution, of course, it is not only the duty of the courts, be it the high courts or the Supreme Court. Definitely it is you people, persons who are having literacy, who had students or teachers of law and who know law, they are bringing these matters because they know the human right, it is violated. Once it is brought to the notice, we give predominant consideration for those matters and address the issue with and bestowed much consideration on that and give predominant consideration for that. The point I am trying to drive home is that there is no dearth of illustrations in our jurisprudence of the remarkable times that the institution has come together to carefully solve an issue. But there is one thing that is conspicuously common in most of these cases, and I may ordinarily know, but I will marvel at its evolution. I witnessed it take shape during my journey up to the Supreme Court. If you have not guessed it already, I am talking about the concept of bill, the public interest litigation. The brainchild of, it is the brainchild of none other than Justice P.N. Bhagwati. Unquestionably, it is a device more often than not founded on human rights jurisprudence. And of course, you may be knowing that he was the longest serving the judge who served the Supreme Court and authored about 342 judgments, and he was part of about 820 benches. And the best thing about him that even after demitting office, he was again untiringly working for and standing for the persons who are tortured and again whose rights, human rights are violated. That is Justice Bhagwati. And that really made me, of course, you know the busy schedule of a Supreme Court judge, but then when you are invited to make a speech, that too being conducted in honor of, in memory of Justice Bhagwati, who can stay away with that? His contributions have been adored to his contributions, advent of pill, and the introduction of absolute liability in the Indian jurisprudence. To refresh your memory about his contributions, I am talking about the undying legacy which he left in articulating the words of his judgments, like Francis Caroline Mullen case, that is in 1981 Supreme Court, 1 ACC 608, and S.P. Gupta's case, that is a 1982 Supreme Court, 149. I am not touching this because of the time constraint, and of course I know that your arrived teachers must have taught you about all these things. I am not better equipped than they, because they are the teachers. They taught me also. Of course, these are not my teachers, of course, but then they are teachers. I respect them. And again, Maneka Gandhi's case, Not only that, he also shares the title of being the torchbearer of judicial activism in India with another stalwart, of course, a person from my state who everyone respects, not only in India, but the entire world. It is Justice Krishnayar. I've been fortunate to have lived when Justice Krishnayar, Justice Bhagwati were alive and active in their fraternity. To have heard the tales of their brilliance, to have witnessed such landmark moments, I can say this without any shred of doubt that if Justice Bhagwati were alive today, he would still be true to his cause. That was his determination. That is fighting against these human rights violations. In 2009 at Columbia Law School, while addressing students, he said, I quote, "Life means not only physical existence, it means the use of every limb or faculty through which life is enjoyed." That was the belief of late Justice Bhagwati. I see this excerpt from his speech not just as a pioneer championing his chosen cause, but also a seasoned leader giving life lessons to the younger generations. Thus, even though Justice Bhagwati is not with us anymore, his ideas and values are immortalized in the form of his work, contribution, and pearls of wisdom. His story shall be epitome of success stories in the legal world permanently, no doubt. All of us would have a different scale with which we measure success. It is rather subjective matter, yet somehow in the public eye, we still have some objective examples and legendary tales of success. I came across a standard of success which I read. I felt this could be a guiding tool for youngsters who face obstacles or stagnancy when it comes to defining their parameters of success. It goes something like this. If what you are doing right now would make you 8-year-old self or 80-year-old self-proud, then you know you are on the path of your success. Now all of us cannot be Bhagwati, I know, to the legal system, but we can be Bhagavatis of our own lives, which would involve selecting a cause. I am exhorting you again, select a cause and make sure that you work so hard to achieve that. That is what he did. He showed us the path. Let us follow him. Thank you, Jai Hind. But then before, just one thing. Of course, at the beginning I said, it was a wonderful performance by the lawyers, the participants still. Very good performance, no doubt with respect to that. I said that it came from my heart. I thought that I was in a court. I was hearing a matter. But then I think that to improve our skills, I should say some 2-3 words. That's all. While you are participating in a moot court competition, you must understand one thing. You are not actually supposed to simply read out something. You should definitely think yourself that you are in a court. Believe that you are in a court and you are addressing a court. Why I said so? Because I heard both sides. Reading it is submitted. If you are making a submission, of course, written submission, of course, you may use that expression, but not in addressing a court. So that is the first thing which I found out. So hereafter I exhort you, please don't use that word. It is submitted, you are submitting. You are submitting before a court. And therefore don't say it is submitted. Submit what you want to say. And the second thing, whatever be the subject of your brief, first of all, go through the relevant provisions and then the decisions on those points, and above all, the facts of your case. Because you know, you can apply whatever be the law only on your facts. Therefore, don't look into the book, but you must study. And suppose if a case, it is posted before a court on a day, it so happened that it is adjourned. Of course, there is a habit. We may think that, yes, I have already gone through that brief, and therefore, why should I look at it again? Don't do so. Read the second time. If it is again adjourned, read for the third time. Because the first day, you might have thought that, no, this can be argued in one way. The second day, you found that, no, there is another point, and it can be argued in another way. The third day, you will find that, no, a better point is there. So therefore, make it a habit. Reading your brief once, twice, thrice before it is taken before the court. I am sure that the way in which you performed here, you will be great. It will be great success. It is awaiting you. I am sure that, of course, some of you will be there in the Supreme Court in the years to come, like Falias Ariman, Kapil Sibal, Mughal Rohtagi, etc. And then, of course, I am sure that you will replace us. I wish that some of you, of course, all of you cannot aspire judgeship, and even if you aspire, it will not possible. But then, understand one thing, best judgment come only if it is argued in a better manner. And therefore, I wish all success to all of you. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, let's move ahead with the most awaited moment of the entire 11th Justice P.N. Bhagwati International Moot Court Competition 2023. That is the prize distribution ceremony. Before beginning with the prize distribution ceremony, let me just tell you that winning and losing is a gamut of luck. What matters in the end is your learnings and experience, categorically speaking, what you gain from such events. And let me remind you that here, through this moot, you have gained an impeccable experience that shall stay with you throughout your life. With such wonderful participants awaiting the results of their performance in the moot competition, the time is apt to redeem them from their curiosity. Without much ado, I would request Dr. Raman Mishra sir to free them from their curiosity. Sir, over to you.
Thank you. We would like to begin with the participating trophies first. So I would like to call upon the names of various colleagues. You please be ready. First, we will begin with the Amity Law School, Mumbai. Please come on stage and get your trophy. Next, WNUJS, Kolkata, you please be ready. Amity Law School, Mumbai, please hurry up. I request Gokhale Madam to please distribute the trophy, please. Yes, there is the Gokhale Madam. Next, WNUJS Kolkata, please be ready. If it is there. Then GLC Mumbai. GLC Mumbai. Okay, then we'll start. Okay, due to the paucity of time, participation trophies and certificate will be distributed later. So I request you to please return to your seat. We'll directly begin with the prize ceremony. Yes. GLC Mumbai, please. I request Gokhale Madam to please do the honor. GLC Mumbai.
माहिती काय नक्की कसं तर काय प्रॉब्लेम ते वायफायमुळे गडबड मी त्याला म्हटलं तर केबल लाव केबल
Okay. So individual prizes, as the honorable judges have the flights to go to catch up, will directly declare the results here, and later on the individual prizes will be given to teams individually. So the second runner-ups for 11th Justice P.N. Bhagwati International Moot Court Competition on Human Rights is MOI University, Kenya. A big round of applause. I request Honorable Chief Guest and all the guests to come forward for the distribution of trophies. I request all the guests and guests of honors to please come on the stage for the distribution of trophies. Ladies and gentlemen, MOI University, Kenya. A big round of applause. You should not stop clapping, please. They have come all the way from Kenya, and in one of the previous editions, they have won the competition also. So one of the toughest team to compete. MOI University, Kenya. Then we have the runner-ups team, National Law Institute, University, Bhopal. A big round of applause and kudos. The team consists of all three girls.
उसके बाद है हाँ क्या हाँ वीडियो कैंसिल झालं पण हे लाव डायरेक्टली ओके फ्लाइट मोड
Come on guys, more claps. This is the runner-ups team. Cheer up for the girls team. And now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the time for which we are all waiting for. The winner of this 11th Justice P.N. Bhagwati International Moot Court Competition on Human Rights 2023 is Rajiv Gandhi National University of Law, Patiala, Punjab. There should be more hooting. There should be more clapping. Big round of applause. Rajiv Gandhi National University of Law, Patiala. One for the photograph. So the winners of the competition is Rajiv Gandhi National University of Law, Patiala, Punjab. I congratulate the team. Big round of applause for honorable judges. participating will begin again. No. Yes. I request all the judges to please stand in front of the stage so that you can give the awards collectively. Now once again I'll start with the participating teams. I'll take the name and you just have to come and take your trophy. National University of Management of Cambodia. National Management of University of Management Cambodia, and I believe there are 3 more observers. I invite the observers of Cambodia as well. Next university is American International University, Bangladesh. Please come on the stage. Yeah. This year we have 3 participants from University of Cambodia and plus 3 observers. So big clap for observers also. These are the observers who have come all the way to observe the competition. Now American International University, Bangladesh. Next is Shivaji Maratha Law College, Pune. Please come on the stage. The Shivaji Maratha Law College, Pune. Next is NLU Assam. NLU Assam, please, I request to come on stage. Next is Alatu International University. NLU Assam. Please welcome NLU Assam. Now I call upon international team Alatu International University from Kyrgyzstan, and I invite Dr. Professor Bekor also to join on the stage. Big round of applause, guys, all the way from Kyrgyzstan. Next is University of Nairobi Law School, Kenya. This is again the international team, University of Nairobi School of Law, Kenya. Big round of applause, guys. Next is National Law College, Nepal. National Law College, Nepal. National Law College, Nepal. Please hurry up. Please come on the stage, hurry up. National Law College, Nepal, guys. Next we have Nepal Law Campus, Kathmandu. A big round of applause. This is Nepal Law Campus, Kathmandu. Next is MIT Pune. Wait. MIT Pune. Next is Christ University, Bangalore. Christ University, Bangalore. Next is Symbiosis Law School, Hyderabad. Symbiosis Law School, Hyderabad. Next is Institute of Law, Nirma University. Yeah. Nirma. No. Institute of Law, Nirma. After. Institute of Law, Nirma University. Next we have Christ Academy, Bangalore. Christ Academy, Bangalore. Next we have our own Bharati Vidyapeeth, deemed to be University, New Law College, Pune Law College. New Law College, Pune. It's our own dummy team. And now we will begin with the individual and special prizes. Those are there for the teams. I'll come to the memorial part first. Second best memorial nationals goes to RG Annual Patiala, Punjab. A big round of applause. Rajiv Gandhi National Law University, Patiala, Punjab. Please come on the stage and hurry up, please. Second best memorial. Big round of applause, guys. Let the national. Okay. Next we have Best Female category, Speaker category and under International Teams category. Her name is Laura Bina, MOI University, Kenya. Laura Bina, MOI University, Kenya. I request you to please come on the stage. Big round of applause, please. Best Female Speaker, Lauren Bina, MOI University. The Best Male Speaker in International category is Victor Kihika, University of Nairobi School of Law, Kenya. In middle. We come to the national category now. Best Female Speaker is Khyati Ahuja, Rajiv Gandhi National Law University, Patiala. Khyati Ahuja. Please hurry up, Khyati. Best Female Speaker, Khyati Ahuja. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Then we have Best Male Speaker, Vishnuvardhan Visapati, Christ University, Bangalore. Vishnuvardhan Visapati, Christ University, Bangalore. Best Male Speaker in the national category. We also have Best Speaker overall. So Khyati, I request you to come again. Khyati Ahuja, Rajiv Gandhi National Law University, Patiala, Punjab. हर जगह ख्याति. Big round of applause, guys. I again come to the best memorial part. So, in the national category, in the international category, second best memorial goes to National University of Management, Cambodia. A big round of applause. I request the team members to come on the stage. National University of Management, Cambodia. National University of Management, Cambodia. Okay, it seems they are outside somewhere. Then we have the best memorial in international category, that is Nepal Law Campus. Nepal Law Campus. Nepal Law Campus in the international category. Now the best memorial category we have already announced, that is RGNUL Patiala in the second best memorial. And last not the least is the category of best memorial, that is WBNUJS Kolkata. They are not here at the present moment, so we will present the awards to them later on. Before we part from the ceremony, I would like to request all the members of the core committee to come on the stage for just a group picture, because sir, they have worked very hard and from months they are working. So I request everybody to please come on the stage. Certificates will be given to you shortly, participants. Don't worry. We have just given you the trophies now. Certificates will be distributed in the due course of time.
व्हिडिओ लागणार असेल तर बघू नंतर कुठे लावून ठेवतो गडबड नको व्हायला यायला त्याचं पाहिजे का लावणार आहे का
I request Honorable Ms. Justice Mary Joseph Madam to kindly present a bouquet to our student coordinators. There are two student coordinators. One is Ankit Singh and the other one is Yash Tiwari. You go ahead. Please go and receive the bouquet on behalf of the core committee, which includes me also. Big round of applause for them. These are only representatives, but there are many faces behind the curtains who have eagerly worked for the successful organization of this competition. Yes, if you sit front, you will come better in the photograph. Yes, I'll come.
म्हणून मी ते फ्लाईट मोडवर टाकून ठेवला किती वेळचा हा लागलं होतं मग अशी प्ले करून बघ तुझ्याकडेच ठेवा आता ते आला का फुल आहे ना आता मागे कर बॅक करून ठेव बॅक करून आता हलूच नको तुझ्याकडेच ठेव होईस तर
I request all three justices to do the honor of felicitating Dr. Aman Mishra sir, the convener of this moot court, for diligently working for previous 3 months and making this event a grand success. Please, sir.
Now I invite Kevin Caramel to propose the vote of thanks.
I, Kevin Caramel, on behalf of Bharati Vidyapeeth deemed to be University, New Law College, Pune, deem it as a great honor and privilege to propose the vote of thanks on this memorable event. Let us first of all start by giving glory and reverence to the Almighty for making the event a resounding success. First and foremost, we thank our Chief Guest Honorable Justice 𝚁𝚘𝚞𝚗𝚊𝚕 sir, Judge of Supreme Court of India, for his time and consideration for the event, and his illuminative and magnanimous presence. We thank our guest of honor, Honorable Miss Justice Mary Joseph Madam, Judge of Kerala High Court, Honorable Mr. Justice Ajit Kumar sir, Judge Allahabad High Court, Honorable Dr. Justice Sudhir Kumar Jain sir, Judge Delhi High Court, and Honorable Dr. Justice Neela Kedar Gokhale Madam, Judge Bombay High Court, for judging the event with their astute and star-marked presence. We are immensely obligated to Honorable Dr. Vishwajit Kadam sir, Secretary Bharati Vidyapeeth and Pro-Vice Chancellor Bharati Vidyapeeth deemed to be University, Pune. Honorable Professor Dr. Vivek Sahuji sir, Vice Chancellor Bharati Vidyapeeth deemed to be University, Pune, for gracing the event with their magnanimous and intellectual presence. We would thank our Registrar G.J. Kumar sir. We are grateful to Dr. Ujjwali Bendale ma'am, Dean and in-charge principal, for her words of encouragement. Her guidance has always encouraged us. We thank her for her kindness, interest, hospitality and continued support. We thank our well-wisher and our faculty conveyor, Dr. Aman Mishra sir, for his vision, commitment and confidence in his student. We sincerely thank all faculty members, volunteers, core committee, non-teaching staff and the technical team of Bharati Vidyapeeth deemed to be University, New Law College, Pune, for making this event a resounding success. Bravo to the Moot Society Core Committee for their tireless effort for the event. Thank you to the Moot Core Society for ensuring the success of this event. And finally, we leave you to resonate with this inspiring quote by Abraham Lincoln. He said, and I quote, "Things may come to those who wait, but only the things left by those who hustle." Thank you.
I request everyone to rise for National Anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
I request all the participants to stay back. I request all the participants and the volunteers to stay back. The discipline committee, please make sure that nobody leaves the auditorium except for the judges.